Warning: your brain is a traitor. It is weaponizing your survival instinct to slowly kill you every single day. Have you ever felt a chill realizing that our ancient ancestors were actually terrifying, relentless predators? We don't possess razor-sharp fangs, yet we hold an infinite gas tank of endurance capable of running almost any creature into the ground. The dark secret behind this? Stress. In reality, stress is an ancient superpower, hardwired by Mother Nature for survival against beasts. But here is the cruel plot twist. It has mutated into a silent killer right inside your air-conditioned office. Imagine your body is a sanctuary craving homeostasis, but stress acts like a deranged intruder, smashing the furniture just to signal a false fire alarm. It injects you with Herculean strength to face danger, but the hidden cost is a slow decay, draining your life force from the inside out, day by day. So, how do you tame this screaming monster in your head before it swallows your life whole? To understand how stress works in humans, let's go back to a scene from 50,000 years ago. When our superhuman strength first awakened, our ancient ancestors gathered around a campfire, enjoying their hard-earned meal, when suddenly the ground shakes. A massive T-Rex bursts through the trees, its sharp teeth glinting in the firelight. The leader of their tribe reacted instantly, without a moment of hesitation. The brain instantly goes into crisis mode, sending out a flurry of signals. Enter adrenaline, the body's high-speed response team. The heart races, pumping blood at lightning speed, while the lungs work overtime, filling the body with oxygen to fuel vital systems. Muscles are primed for action. Every sense sharpens, laser-focused on the threat. It's life or death. But what if the danger doesn't subside quickly? What if the battle stretches on? This is where the body needs a longer-lasting strategy. Enter cortisol, the body's backup plan. It's not as fast as adrenaline, but it's far more strategic. Cortisol shifts the body's focus, redirecting energy to essential systems. It pumps more fuel glucose into the bloodstream, ensuring the body has the energy to keep going. At the same time, cortisol switches off non-essential functions like digestion, immune response, and even the need for rest. The body is no longer under personal control. It's now operating on the strict orders of stress, all in the name of survival. In this ancient battle, the human body didn't have time for nuance. The fight-or-flight response took over, ensuring that the immediate threat was dealt with swiftly. But the fascinating part, in the end, they delivered the final blow. The whole tribe gathered to celebrate. Once the threat passes, the body switches off the fight-or-flight mode and activates rest and digest. Those feelings that were dulled by adrenaline now flood back, reminding you that your body is catching up. As the body begins to heal, it starts to refuel through eating, sleeping, and resting. Social connections come into play too, as sharing stories and experiences helps release the tension and bring some peace. It's like hitting the reset button. In the end, homeostasis, the body's internal balance, is restored. The stress of ancient times may have been quick and intense, but it always had a clear endpoint. In the ancient world, life was a cruel place, with death lurking around every corner. The stress of ancient times was a constant state of heightened alertness. In the modern world, stress has taken on a new shape, and it's not always the terrifying roar of a T-Rex. In fact, the threat that our ancestors faced has been replaced by a much more subtle, yet equally pervasive, force. Our biology is still the same as it was 50,000 years ago, while the world around us changes at an ever-increasing pace. Back then, a T-Rex charging at you was the ultimate stress trigger. Today, however, it's more likely to be an angry email, a looming deadline, a traffic jam, inflation, or doom scrolling through social media. The pressure from mounting debt, rising living costs, can feel just as overwhelming as facing a giant predator. Add to that the uncertainty of the future political chaos, economic instability, and global crisis, and it's no wonder that we feel stressed out. For children and teenagers, the stresses can be even more personal and damaging, with bullying at school acting as a relentless source of anxiety and trauma. It's a form of stress that never seems to end. Today's young people often have to endure emotional wounds without any clear way to release them. The problem lies in the brain's inability to differentiate between the stress of survival and the everyday stress we face today. Whether you're confronted by a predator or an urgent work email, your body reacts the same way, triggering the same intense biological response. The fight or flight system fires up, but the problem is there's no immediate danger to fight or flee from. So, what happens? The stress energy gets stuck inside, building up over time. In ancient times, stress was released through physical action, running away or fighting. But now, we're expected to sit still at our desks, all while our bodies produce stress hormones that have nowhere to go. This results in chronic stress, a kind of low-level, ongoing anxiety that never truly dissipates. We now endure dozens of tiny psychological micro-traumas that never really get addressed. We don't fight or run, we just sit there, letting the tension build, until it becomes a chronic condition. And here's where it gets even more unsettling: we've become addicted to the adrenaline rush that stress brings. The feeling of heightened alertness and productivity can be so stimulating that many people find themselves thriving on stress. The world has changed, but our bodies haven't caught up. The T-Rex has transformed into 1,000 tiny stressors, and the consequences are just as terrifying. It's time to rethink how we handle stress before it eats us alive. Chronic stress is like leaving the emergency mode switched on day after day, with no off button in sight. The body, in constant survival mode, begins to break down under the pressure. Take the muscles, for example. They're perpetually tense, preparing for a battle that never comes. This constant readiness leads to stiff backs, sore necks, and persistent headaches. The heart doesn't get a break either. It's constantly racing, working overtime, which can damage blood vessels and increase the risk of strokes and heart attacks. And then there's digestion. When stress is on, the digestive system goes haywire, causing everything from constipation to diarrhea. The body starts to resist insulin and stores fat around the belly, like a hoarder, accumulating more and more junk in the attic. The result? A growing waistline, along with the growing pressure on the body. Mentally, stress rewires the brain. The ability to think calmly decreases, replaced by impulsive decisions. You start making mistakes, like reaching for junk food or turning to stimulants for a quick fix. Memory takes a hit too, leaving you more forgetful and anxious, spiraling into depression. It's like trying to navigate life without a map, getting lost in a fog of poor choices. Stress also messes with the immune system. The body's defenses are weakened, making you more susceptible to illness and even cancer, while inflammation increases, slowly destroying tissues. In this relentless cycle, the body becomes a prisoner to stress, its systems working against each other instead of in harmony. What was once an occasional moment of stress has become a permanent state of survival, and the consequences are both physically and mentally devastating. Stress, often viewed as the villain in our lives, doesn't have to be all bad if used correctly. It can even be a superpower. Think about the rush you feel before an exam or the energy you get during a marathon. In short bursts, stress can propel you into action, sharpening your focus and boosting performance. But how do we manage stress in a world that seems to thrive on chaos? The first step is to accept and listen to your body. Acknowledge the stress instead of trying to push it away. There's no universal threshold for stress tolerance. It varies from person to person. Just because someone else seems fine doesn't mean you should be. The key is to tune in and understand what your body is telling you. Next comes active relaxation. Now, this isn't an excuse to lie on the couch all day. It's about actively taking time for self-care, and that takes effort. Whether it's hanging out with friends, going for a walk, or getting some exercise, this is your time to let the stress melt away. We can signal the brain to chill out through practices like meditation or yoga. These techniques tell your brain that the latest email isn't a rampaging tiger, it's just an email. By calming the body, you prevent stress from spiraling into something far worse. Now, for the big one, eliminating stress triggers. It's like cleaning out the junk drawer of your life. Start with the little stressors, like social media, which can cause unnecessary anxiety. Unfollow accounts that bring negativity or simply delete the apps. For bigger stressors, changing your surroundings, while tough, can have a monumental impact on your well-being. Lastly, seek help when needed. When stress lingers for too long, problem-solving becomes a struggle. Asking for support from friends, family, or even professionals can break the cycle. It's okay to admit you need help. It's not a sign of weakness, but of strength. Stress isn't something to be feared, it's something to be navigated. In the past, our ancestors had to fight to survive. But today, your mission is much easier. Just give that subscribe button a gentle tap.